Hello there, students. I am Professor Ozpin. Now, before you go out there and start fighting Grimm, you need to know about something a little more important than Grimm. Your teammates. Specifically, the people you'll be teaming up with in Remnant VR. I've been here so many times I know exactly what everyone is and what everyone does. So, let's begin, shall we? Let's start with the player. Players are known to carry Atlas weaponry, whether that be rifles, pistols, or shotguns. This is their first, second, or possibly third time playing, and they're still rather new to the game. But they know how to handle themselves against a few Grimm. Players are at their best when they're in a group, for when they are together, nothing can separate them. Next up, we have the advanced player. Advanced players are known for using better weaponry. So once they're done with the Atlas weaponry, they move on to better things, from crescent rows to obsidian shards. They may not be the best at the weapons, but they're more powerful. And some of the advanced weapons even have a gun jump, or have the ability to use the charge shot, which doubles the damage. These players are useful and reliable. Finally, we have the legendary player, in the player saga at least. Legendary players have beat the fearsome Grimm mode, and were able to unlock the legendary weapons. They had to face off against, not a horde, but an army of Grimm, with naught but 3 others by their side. Then after that, they had to fight the boss, which would be 3 times as deadly as the normal bosses. Every way to Sunday, the legendary player is, well, legendary. If you have one on your team, you know that you're going to win. Now that we're done with the normal ones, let's move on to the special cases. The noob. Noobs are, well, a special case. They tend to always pick the sword and, well...
Wowee, look at this game. This is gonna be so much fun. An enemy.
They usually have no idea what they're doing, and tend to pick the sword over a gun, for whatever reason.
This is easy.
They're also known for biting off more than they can chew, and for dying constantly. The know-it-all. Know-it-alls, well, know it all, and seem to tell it all, to all.
That may be a little confusing. Let me explain. So they've seen the show, Ruby, and they feel like they need to tell everyone exactly why everything is the way it is.
And that is why the moon is broken up into pieces.
Bruh, why should I even care? I just want to play the game and enjoy the waves.
Oh. The giant.
Giants tend to turn into giant avatars because they think that if they're big enough, then they won't take damage. They're wrong. They're just so wrong.
The... Well, this has a few names that I can't really mention, although I've decided to call it the loud shooter.
Loud shooters get their name due to them carrying both a minigun and the trumpet. Granted, musical shooters would have been a better name, but I only realize that now. They are an asset and are good to have on the team. Although it feels kind of cheap if you ask me.
The Law Keepers.
Law keepers are the greatest of the people you'll meet. They have the knowledge of RWBY just like the know-it-alls, but unlike the know-it-alls, they don't spew knowledge where it's not needed. Instead, they use this knowledge to use weapons that correspond with the characters they're playing. For instance, RWBY would have Crescent Rose, Ozpin would have Long Memory, and, as you're seeing right now, General Ironwood would have Due Process. Usually these people are the best with the weapons that they're using. They're generally talented and good to have around. Although if you encounter an Ironwood, and you're a council member, well, just be careful. That's all I'm gonna say.
And finally, the most irritating of people you'll meet on Remnant VR. The Code Beggars.
Code beggars get their name because they beg legendary players to give them codes so that they too can have powerful weapons. This, in my opinion, is the most insulting thing that can happen. After all, you, most likely, earned those weapons by beating Grimm mode, either by yourself or with a group of 3 others. It took time, it took effort, it took all of your power combined just to win. And what does this person do? Comes up and asks for a code so that he doesn't have to work hard. If you're wanting to say a response to them, tell them to earn their weapons.
Hey, can I have a code?
The fuck did you just say to me?
And that is all of them. Thank you for tuning in, students. That, well, that was every type of person you'll meet in Remnant VR. Hopefully, you'll have good luck and be on a team with a lot of legendary players. If not, then you'll be stuck with 3 noobs. Well, this is Professor Ozpin, wishing you to have a nice day.